through your email. After a user logs in, they come to this main page where they have their selection, and they can either add an available resource or add a needed available resource. They're kind of confusing at the moment, trying to figure out better ways to say what either of them mean. But if a customer or a user came in and decided to select need available resource, they would come to this page. And what this is a brief selection of what items that they could choose to search for, because it's such a broad category. There could be so many different things. We did a survey at one of the meetings, and the main ones we came up with, like injection molding, tool and die. I'll show you the rest in a minute. But for this, we selected 100 to 200 ton press for production molding and injection molding. The rest of this page shows design, some inspection quality, and at the bottom of the page, it has a start date and an end date. So if you were looking for, well, I showed earlier, the 100, 200 press time, that you need some from the date of December 3rd to January 3rd. You'd put those dates in and you list any comments. And there's a little comment there that they're looking for some 12-ounce sampling requirements. They'll supply the materials and process conditions. And from there, behind there is some of the basic Visual Basic script of how it reads, request from the form, the ID of the radio button. I did it as an if-then-else statement. I could have did it maybe with case statements. It would have been a lot simpler. Probably wouldn't be so much writing there. From the previous page, this would take you to ask you to make sure this is correct, and it shows you the information you put in, and it will save it to the one database. Then it'll query the other table where other companies currently have excess capacity. Now, what this page would show you is from your search what the values were returned, and from right here there's two values returned, two different companies, and you can see that they have a comment and the dates whenever they have the time available. Problem I was having that I couldn't get this is what the page would look like. I couldn't get it to correctly come out. This is part of the script. I was having a problem trying to read in the session variables of the start date and trying to get it to where we could fit into a start and end date from what another company would have put in. So this is, at this point, it's not working, but hopefully next semester, if I end up working with them again, it will. After someone can see that those values and they can contact those companies, they can come back to this page where they can decide if they want to look for some more available resources, or they could add some to the database where they might have some of their own excess capacity. This is a quick view of the site diagram at the moment. You can see there's a home page, four pages where the login is registered and how it goes through and reads some of the other ASP files. This is a quick view of the database. There's not really much to this. Every company has their information table, and they'll have a available and a needed table. Company IDs is the primary key with auto number, and the need and available table, they're both set up as a number. Conclusion, yes. Okay.
on the right-hand side. Same thing on the left-hand side. They entered two different records, and the dates overlap. How would your system deal with it?
I don't understand what you're asking. You're saying if, say, your company came in, I mean, if they entered the same exact thing that they were looking for, like,
The same company,
okay,
but my start date and end date for those two different records overlap.
saying that, like, as an error,
All I'm saying is you need to check against that
right?
in the data entry. Otherwise, you're going to get into trouble.
Yeah. At the moment, there's no error checking. It's just basically, yeah.
Then you don't
Okay.
want to add that.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Conclusion, MIS BD 470 gave me a good foundation of ASP pages and how they work, and which helped me out when I decided to do this project. Right now, possible funding is what we're looking at. Eventually, or at the beginning, the owner wanted to try making it a pay site for so much per month that the companies would use. But the problem with that is most companies might use it for a while, then get their use out of it, then quit using it after they made new friends in the industry. Job expectations. I'm not real sure if this would. I learned a lot about ASP pages, and there's a lot more that I still can learn. And maybe down the road, this is something that I might want to pursue. Any questions?